our culture news, which is about what was it about? Oh yes. So we've talked about this before. The British Museum. Everyone knows the memes, right? Oh, they steal people's stuff and don't give it back. And Greece has had a huge problem with the British Museum for years now because they will not return these Parthenon marbles back to Greece where they belong, where they can probably put them back in the Parthenon itself. I mean, they're trying so hard to rebuild the Parthenon after it exploded ages ago, so they might as well, hey, maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe the British Museum, because they're British, are like, we'll decide when you deserve to have your antiquities back. Anyways, They had a little show where they showed off these Greek marbles, and Greece has taken it as a provocative indifference at covering Greek culture in the shade of Barbie by officials in Greece after it hosted a star-studded fundraising gala that included guests seated near these famous Parthenon marbles. This is on The Guardian by Helena Smith. Days after Mick Jagger, Naomi Campbell, Alex Chung, Misuya Prada, Manola Blahnik, Christian Scott Thomas, and dozens of other celebrities and billionaires paid £2,000 each to attend the museum's inaugural Pink Ball, Greek officials were still incandescent over an event described as offensive by the country's cultural minister. Lira Mendoni said the museum was guilty of provocative indifferences to the treasures that embodied the high point of classical Western art. Well, okay. There it is. I mean, let's not be Eurocentric, or Greco-centric, I should say, but I feel like we give Greece too much credit for being the high point of everything. Athens, perhaps, is a lot of the things we base off of, but not the whole entire of Greece. Images of tables laden with trappings of a lavish meal, steps away from antiquities, also raised ethical questions, she rallied. The safety, integrity, and ethics of the monuments should be the main concern of the British Museum. Once again, it's exhibiting provocative indifference, she said. Yeah, just eat your food on top of this ancient marble from the Parthenon. Guests at the gala, which raised more than £2.5 million for the museum, were treated to drinks reception in the museum's great court before the evening's highlight, dinner with the view of the 5th century BCE carvings in the Duveen Gallery. A silent auction was also held throughout the evening. And look who was there, Rishi Sunak and his wife. But on Thursday, which was the 23rd of October, many in Athens were of the view that the gala's greatest achievement had been to bring the relations between the museum and the Greek government to a new low at a particularly sensitive time amid efforts to resolve the cultural row over the sculptures. For decades, Greece has been campaigning for the artworks to be reunified, and with other pieces that once adored the Parthenon. As outrage intensified, even more officials sounded even more indignant. The Speaker of the Greek Parliament, Nikitas Kaklamanis, rebuked the British Museum for deciding to cover the Greek culture in the shade of Barbie, while lambasting the provocative use of the sculptures as a tourist attraction. I mean, let's be honest here. You're gonna also use it as a tourist attraction. Hey everyone, come see the Parthenon! Come to our city to see the Parthenon! Look, we've got the famous marble back from the British Museum. They're gonna do that. Let's not pretend once they get this marble back, they're not gonna have a whole ad campaign about come see the returned after 2,000 years. At the time when the Parthenon sculptures born in Athens 2,500 years ago are patiently awaiting their return to the homeland, the British Museum lays out provocative, lavish tables in Duveen Gallery with our sculptures as a backdrop, he said, deploring the institution's cynical goal of raising money for its own benefit. Okay. I understand where the Greeks are coming from here, but that is the whole point of having rich people show up at your museum so you can afford to be a museum. That is why those events, unfortunately, as much as I don't agree with the lavish portrayal of and these fundraising events, all this bullshit, that is the point. The point is to raise money so that they continue to be a museum. Built by Phidias Perculis, master sculptor, the Antiquities embellished the Parthenon's monumental frieze before their removal in highly contentious circumstances by Lord Elgin Britain's ambassador to the Ottoman Empire. So this was even when Greece was in its own country. Right? It was under the Ottoman Empire. More than 200 years ago, bankrupted by his endeavors, Elgin then sold them to the British government in 1816.
I don't want Greece
on my
sold
them back to the Greek government. Nicholas Stampolidis. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh. General Director of the Acropolis Museum, which we did go to the Acropolis Museum when we were in Greece, whose upper gallery has been custom made to display the sculptures within view of the monument, said the tasteless episode provided incontrovertible proofs, once again, that the masterpieces needed to be reunited in the place where they were carved. The British Museum has declined to comment because they've yet again just put shade on Greece. This article was amended on today, the 27th of October, to describe Lord Elgin as a British ambassador to the Ottoman Empire, rather than England's ambassador, as an earlier version said. Oh yeah, he wasn't English, he was actually Scottish, but he was still the British ambassador.
There you go. Right, yeah.
Very important, he's not English.
His geographic location mattered so much. Right?
It doesn't say, actually. You know, he was born in Scotland, 75, and died at 75. Okay, so he was Scottish.
Hypothetically, they should steal it.
But there's your story. Just, British Museum, give the damn marble back. Just give everything that you don't own back. Like, I get that some British guy sold you them, but that just because, I mean, it's laundering, right? It's illegal. He stole them and sold them to the British government. Right? That's what happened. Stop acting like it was a donation or some shit. You gave him money. You bought an illegal artwork. You know? An illegal sculpture.
Hypothetically, they should steal it. Right? Because
we need to get the Louvre guys. Hopefully they don't get caught, and then one of them can be like,
I'll give you
out with this very heavy marble.
Well, it's probably a little bit bulkier than that. But then, you toured Edinburgh Castle, right?
Yes.
Back in, so it was the stone of Scone was there, right? The official, so you saw it. Well, that was stolen by the British from Scotland, right? They took it. And,
the famous stone they used to basically crown the leader of Scotland. Yeah.
Crown all the right? And it's just a stone, and it's got some engraving and shit on it. But the frickin' four Scotsmen stole it from the Westminster Abbey back in 1950 and brought it back to Scotland. 4 university students. But eventually, the stone was returned in 1996 to Edinburgh Castle. And although it was borrowed by King Charles II, for his coronation in 23, because he's also the King of Scotland. So
and then they gave it back, right? Even though it was originally stolen twice.
Now it is on display at a place I visited, the Perth Museum. So that's pretty cool. Did you visit the museum and library?
I didn't get to go there, but you went there.
Perth. Anyway, that coronation
I
usually
to go to Perth, Scotland. Just kidding. It was a nice city, but there was not much to do there.
The Stone of Scone is actually from very close to where our Stuart relatives are from, Loch Tay, right out on River Tay, just north of Perth.
So what we're saying here is that
it's my stone, give it back.
Greece, maybe some Greek students who are going to a school in London somewhere, go to the British Museum, pick up the marble, put it on the back of a truck or something, and then
get it on a boat.
And sail it to Greece. Yeah, there you go. Solution.
No, don't sail to Greece. Sail to neutral waters.
Oh,
or an island, right. Sail to Gibraltar and claim Gibraltar for Greece. To say that you stole it from us. There you go.
Just keep going. Just take everything back.
Yeah. It's like that. Who said you could have this rock that nobody lives on?